teary-eyed. And I looked at my family at the end of the movie. I'm like, y'all not crying? Oh my goodness, my earring. Come on now. Hello everyone, welcome to 2021. It was not looking good for us for a while, but we made it. And I am so grateful to be here, so grateful that all my loved ones made it to 2021. And you know, we're gonna miss the ones that did not get to see 2021 with us, but we will see them soon enough. The way this pandemic is going, girl. So hello. It is time for a movie review. I feel like I've just trying to be catching up on the movies because they're trying to pander to the black people now, and I have to catch up. Like, ugh. Okay, so today's movie review is Soul, and this is starring Jamie Foxx as Joe Gardner. I was hesitant to do this movie at first because I was like, oh, it's not really a black movie. It wasn't written by black people. It wasn't directed by black people, I'm not sure. It's not like an all black cast or anything like that. So I was a little hesitant to do it because most of the movies that I've done have been specifically made for the black community and showing the struggles of the black community and stuff like that. So I was hesitant to do it, but I thought I might as well go and do it because I enjoyed myself. So I just decided to do it. So let's just get into it. So first of all, the title of the movie is a double entendre, and I just realized that today when I was doing my notes. Soul as in like jazz soul music, and soul because his soul left his body, and that's kind of where we spend some of the movie. I just thought that was so cool because I did not get that. So basically here's the plot of Soul. A music teacher gets his biggest break yet but dies, and his soul must find his way back to his body so he can go play. The main character, Joe Gardner, regrets his life and life choices because he feels that he isn't making a name for himself or making a difference with his music. So yeah. We have the vocal talents of Jamie Foxx, Felicia Rashad, Angela Bassett, Questlove, and a lot others. It was a long cast. It had white people, black people. I don't know. I can't really judge people based on their phenotype, but the rest of them, we had some POC. Yeah, I was really pleased with the voice acting. I didn't find anything wrong with it. I think Tina Fey's character sounded a little weird, 22, just like she is a middle-aged white woman. I'm like, girl, why you sound like that? Why do you sound like that? You sound old. But you know, she did what she had to do. She was kind of funny. She has some very good comedic timing. And I didn't think Tina Fey was funny. Is that her name? Girl, I might be messing up. I really feel like this Pixar movie was slower than a lot of Pixar movies. Like, it was slow and fast. It resolved its conflict really fast, in my opinion. Both conflicts, quite frankly. I thought it was also less goofy than a lot of Pixar movies. We just finished watching Inside Out. So many Pixar movies. What is Toy Story Pixar? I don't know. But I just feel like they have a lot more comedy for the kids, and I felt like this movie was more for like older people, like kids with attention spans. But maybe I'm just old, I don't know. I love the animation. It was clean, crisp. It was phenotypically accurate for the black people. A little stereotypical, but it was phenotypically accurate. It wasn't like, oh, you can't tell that they're black, and they really kind of made it explicit like they were black, you know, with the community and all that stuff. And so I appreciated that because lately we've just been seeing people who are black, but they're not exploring their blackness. The show or movie isn't portraying them as black. They're just like, oh, you don't know what they are, so this could get past as diversity. Screw it. And so I appreciated that they, you know, showed us his community and his family, and that they were drawn as like phenotypically correct black people. Yes, because race is phenotypical. It's not scientifically based. That's ethnicity. Anyway, that's a whole nother rant. I really like the message. I just thought it was a little confusing, like for the kids. I'm like, is y'all kids okay? Like, I mean, my sister's is grown now, but still, I'm like, are y'all keeping up? And I didn't think they were. The message I got from it was that that our talents are not always for fame and money, like we're told, but it is for us to cope with this crazy world and this crazy thing called life. It also emphasizes the fact that sometimes our purpose than what we think success is. And to me, that really spoke to me because not to brag, but I feel like I have a lot of talents. I feel like I also slept on a lot of my talents, and I felt like that held me back. And so to hear this message, it's like maybe I was just given the gift of dance so that I would be able to cope with life. Did cry at the end. I don't know if I was just emotional or if I like was really touched. Like, so the end scene has 22 fighting being lost, and so she's a soul that's lost and not, you have no purpose. And this is deep, y'all. Okay, so basically, like, she felt like she had no purpose, and basically the voices that were speaking to her and keeping her trapped were telling her that she was not good enough, that she would never be anything, that she was nothing. And that's kind of what the voices in my head tell me at points in my life, and it just made me very emotional. And that she overcame it with purpose and with the help of this guy and basically a friend. And I think that just speaks a lot to us as people. And you know, I just was really teary-eyed, and I looked at my family at the end of the movie. I'm like, y'all not crying? Y'all didn't like that movie? Just dramatic. First of all, and those people who were like on drugs, those like hippie-ish people who were transcending but like their body was in real life, I was like, bro, y'all are hilarious. That was one of the best parts of the movie because that was hilarious. Last thing, overall, I really enjoyed this movie. I think I wish the protagonists were both black characters, or both voiced by black actors. I feel like that would have made a big difference. I wish there was more real humor, and not just cheap gags for laughs for the children who don't have attention spans, although it is a Pixar movie, and you know, poop and fart jokes and jokes that we've seen before. Like, I mean, I'm old now, so I guess I've seen all the kids' jokes they have, you know, but I wish it was more smart humor, you know, more adult humor. But that's just me. Twitter was upset that this is the first black main character in a Pixar movie. I'm Ashley, oh Lord. And Twitter was upset because he was blue most of the movie. I don't know what the timestamps are for that, or if that's true or not, but I do understand, like, you get a first black character and they're not even exploring the world as themselves. And that's valid. I believe that that's valid for sure, 100%. But also, it's a Pixar movie, so I don't know the last time they had a black character. I don't know the last time we followed a real, like, character, you know? Like a real human character. They mostly do non-human things, but I think the next time that they do a human movie, they should incorporate more black people, explicitly black people. I think not hiding their blackness, you know what I mean? I think that it would make a bigger difference, because we see white families like at all the zoos and all the things, like in Finding Dory. I don't know if that was Pixar or not, but we saw, like, you know, when they were at the little like aquarium or whatever, and it was mostly white kids and white families, and I'm like, y'all don't, you know, it's black people in the world, right? So I feel like that's an argument that needs to be settled, you know, like, there are black people that exist. Yes, I did appreciate the diversity in the black characters though, because they're very humanized, and the writing and how they set up the scenes, it wasn't just random. It was kind of random, but the way they set up the scenes and the places to go really set up Joe's community very well, and it showed the black community in this world, and I think that part was written very well. I do feel like it is good for the community, good for the culture. But I do think, like, kids are not going to watch this movie. They're going to be like, what, girl? And they're going to have to watch it when they're older to understand the message. Because I think the message is very, very important. Very important for everyone to hear. But, like, kids, they just want to laugh and whatever. So that's all for my movie review. I don't really have much to say about it. I don't really remember the music. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It's hard for me to rate it because it is a kid's movie and it wasn't the type of humor that I've been used to lately. so it could, I just want to be biased. But I really did enjoy it. I suggest you watch it if you haven't already. And I hope to see more from Pixar. I hope to see more diversity in front of the camera and behind the camera. For Pixar, for Disney, for everybody, because y'all are getting on my nerves. I hope to see you on my next video. Did I do a thumbnail, girl? No, I did not.